Hello, my lovely starborns. Welcome to your pick a card reading. Today we are getting a quick message from your angel and your demon. This is like a yin yang reading. So we are getting messages from the light side as well as the dark side, your shadow as well as what is conscious. So let me help you choose your group using this deck, the Egyptian Gods Oracles. Okay. Messages for group 1, 2, and 3. Messages from their light and dark sides. Messages from the angels and demons. Okay. What do they need to know? Messages from the lovely collective, my starborns. Whoever holds this group 1, 2, 3. Let's see. 1, 2, and 3. Group 1, your card is Shu, Order and Peace. Group 2, your card is Amun-Ra, Creation. And group 3, your card is Exploration. So see which one is pulling you in. Choose your group and I'll see you at your reading. Hello, group 1. You chose Shu. His name basically means he who rises. And he personifies the air, the wind, but also the light that broke the primordial darkness. He is the son of Amun-Ra, which is group 2. And I don't know if you notice, group 1 is 3, group 2 is 2, and group 3 is 1. So yeah, which is 28, which breaks down to 1. So let's get messages from the dark ones first. Let's see, what do they have to tell you? What message do they have for you today? Group 1. Okay, this one. C3, Ace of Swords. Why? Let's ask why. This one. 3 of Cups. And the blessing here. Ace of Cups. Wow. Look at the overall energy. Ace of Wands, Azazel. 3 aces. 1, 1, 1, 3, 3. 3 of Cups in the middle. They sort of look similar, but he has a lion's head. C3 and where? Yeah, so I start with your energy because it's very interesting. You know, I also had to light a new candle for you. So you have 3 aces. It's a big deal. 3 aces. And then I also noticed another pattern in your reading. Look at this. This is the Goetic demon number 12. This is 11, and this is 10. Again, that progression of a sword, but in the reverse order, just like how we saw in the beginning. Right, I told you the 3 cards that came out in the pick a card, it was 3, 2, and 1. Essentially, the 1 was hidden, and over here you have 1, 1, 1 everywhere. And I'm seeing the number 1 and 3 everywhere, but it's like 10, 1, 11, again 1, 1, 2, and then again 1, 2, 3. You see 1, 2, 3. Something is happening. Something is happening. They're almost like telling you the rhythm is sort of like, you know, increasing. Yeah, there is harmonics at play here. Anyway, with C3 here, I just feel like there's of course with the Ace of Swords there is this energy of breakthrough in some area of your life for sure, but more than that, it's like the breakthrough is leading to clarity, it's leading to order in perhaps chaos around you, but at the same time there's something about your energy where you are sorted, you are in a good place, and especially you in the unconscious part of your mind, in the subconscious part of your mind, you are in a good place. So that is what's making all the difference here. There is no fear that you're dealing with at the time, you know, even if things are supposed to be I don't know, it should be better in your opinion or someone else's. It's like you're okay with where you're at right now, okay? So with C3, the energy is very passionate. I would also say that, and I'm seeing a lot of passion here, especially with Azazel being your overall energy. So I believe the message here has a lot to do with you unmasking your very, very hidden desires. There's some situation at play here where a deeper revelation has taken place, and your these deep desires perhaps have surfaced where you are not like denying it anymore, where you're not watering down what you want, what you are aiming for, all of that. There is this intense passion that is at play here, and it could be a little bit overwhelming, but at the same time it's almost like now is the time you're prepared for it, you know because facades are dropping here. uh, your own personal secrets are being exposed to you, where you're not lying to yourself anymore, and you feel like you just cannot do it anymore. You need to be true to yourself. There's this need for radical honesty, no matter how uncomfortable it is. And when it comes to your charm, you're very charming right now, very, very charming. So, yeah, use it to your benefit in the best way possible. And also, you're really confronting any kinds of expectations or taboos or whatever it is that is at play. You are not interested in conforming. You're not, yeah, you're like, okay, being a nonconformist here. And all of this is happening because it's like mm, there's this reconciliation that has taken place in your psyche itself, because we're getting messages from the dark side, and your message is so positive from the dark side, which is beautiful. That is why your main card is order and peace. That is why you're coming into this lightness of being, but also facing towards the sun, looking at the light, because again, there's something about the darkness that you faced or witnessed or have been a part of. It's like you're being prepared for all the sunshine, for all, oh, so many aces all at once, that sort of energy. That's what I'm getting here. It's like you're gaining profound insight into your life, into what you're here for. You're also seeing the hidden connections between your past actions and your present, as well as the future inklings. And there's something about your energy which is like becoming more kind, I would say. You're tapping into your compassion more and more. You're mending broken connections. You're resolving conflicts. You're finding common ground between oppositions. You are paying attention to what unites us rather than what divides us. You're like all for peace, because again, the psyche is at peace right now. Mm. You're about to receive very well deserved recognition. That's what I'm seeing here. Because you're cutting through your own illusions or any sort of deceit to understand the nature of your own shadow as well as other people's. So again, you're not holding judgment at the time. You're making sound judgments based on deep insight, and you're also accessing knowledge that is needed to make choices, and you're making the right choices right now. That's what I'm seeing here. you know because also there's something about like personal integrity being at place, in place. Yeah. And overall, Ace of Cups is here in the position of blessings, which is amazing because what can I tell you? It's like, your physical, mental, and emotional healing is very evident here. It's almost like you're really integrating different aspects of yourself, and you're also learning practical skills here. You utilize it to your benefit. You are really good at it. You're very good at applying knowledge effectively to solve issues. Also, I'm seeing there's this ability to navigate challenges from like multiple perspectives, multiple angles, just like his five legs, five perspectives at play, because again, you're tapping into that higher consciousness. It's like you're on a brand new cycle, like it's a new phase of your life right now, You're very flexible and you're finding creative paths forward, as well as you're addressing any anxiety, depression, confusion, or whatever, mental fatigue. You're just like, yeah, you are tapping into that witness consciousness more and more, passenger consciousness, as I like to call it. But seeking the clarity of thought and emotional balance has led to this breakthrough. This is a result of your work, and the demons here, the dark ones here, they're acknowledging it. And they are very much a part of our unconscious. They are considered to be external entities too, but for me, they are inside our mind. They are a part of our unconscious mind. Yep, the collective unconscious. And the overall energy is that of Azazel, which we know he's a fallen angel, but he's also the leader of the rebels, watchers who taught forbidden knowledge, the occult, and all of that. So there's something again about being a nonconformist, like, becoming very comfortable in your own skin and what you have to offer. There is again that radical independence here, breaking free from any oppressive structures, as well as your own limiting beliefs. So there's a very, very positive mindset shift at play here, which is bringing in this order and peace and a level of simplicity, as well as there is a lot of protection around you right now, very, very protected, very, very, it's like I believe you're entering a very, very fertile cycle of your life right now, because you've confronted the deepest, the darkest aspects of yourself, the primal instincts, your own repressed desires, all of that. You've explored the wilderness within, you know. So right now you're just like, you're intensely driven, and you're just going after your soul's calling, your desire, just like this guy here. Okay, so that is the message from your dark side. It is so so positive. I want to get some tea leaf, and then we will tap into your angelic messages. Unicorn, I mean, I cannot make this up. Talk about non-conformist. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes, and I feel like that's exactly what you're doing here. Absolutely. You're one of a kind. You're an ace wherever you're at. Ace, yeah, ace of cups. Ace of wands, ace of swords, three of cups. Mule. Oh my god, look at that. This is as to why, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change, but that's exactly what you've done. You've turned from a mule to this beautiful unicorn. Like that is why I'm telling you, like, you did the work, and it was not an easy task. Like, of course the work is never over, but the psychic work that you've done, the self exploration, the self, I'm also hearing annihilation of your own former self, all of that. Yeah. Again, there is a radical transformation, there's radical honesty, there is authenticity at play here, which is making all the difference here. You are also becoming very comfortable with other people's processes. You understand it's not personal, they're on their own journey, and that perspective shift frees you from expectations, but also from unnecessary suffering and pain and all of that. Let's look at your blessing here. It's very specific, I think. Yes. dog close up, pleasure with a close friend. That's a blessing, and that's showing up as an Ace of Cups. And isn't he like, uh, let me see. Mm, yeah, he's a lion head with a pentacle wheel, but he's surrounded by five gold legs, enabling movement. So maybe this friend of yours who is showing up as a blessing here, they could be a Capricorn or a lion or a Chinese goat or a Chinese dog. I'm also hearing rooster. Hmm. Tiger, Chinese tiger. But yes, there is definitely a person here who is showing up as a blessing in your life right now. And you're about to have good times. And this could also be love related, but it feels more open ended to me, because for some it is definitely partnership, but for others it's friendship, it's business partnerships, it's yes, collaboration, especially with Ace of Wands, because that's like a new project or something that you're starting, like yeah, like something that is inspirational to you. There is this passion coming back for something that you are really into, and obviously opportunities, with all the aces, opportunities coming in left, right, and center, and you also have the energy to go after it and just grab it. Okay, so that's all from the dark ones, the demons. Now let's move on to the angels. Okay, let's look into the messages from your angels. What do they have to say? What do they have to tell you? Messages from the light side for group one. Messages for group one. Knight of Wands. The thrones. That's what I'm hearing. The thrones. I almost said tones, like tonic. It's crazy. Okay, bye. The tower, yeah, I just got this energy. Somebody's coming in out of nowhere. You don't see it happening. It's like that. And they're gonna shift everything for you. Yeah. Let's look at the blessings. The moon and Seven of Pentacles. Gabriel. Overall energy is Five of Swords. Let's see. Let me sit with them. So I just get the similar sort of message, but it's more so connected to protection and almost like divine intervention. Like if you were having any issues in certain areas, it's almost like something has been averted, you know, through someone else's favor or intervention. But this help was very divinely sent, That's what I'm getting. It's almost like, when I saw the wheel, it was giving me time, like, and somebody is just, I don't know, switching up on this wheel that is probably coming to sort of, topple you, but this person is taking it away from your path so that you are not affected. That is the imagery that is coming to mind. And I feel like, you're about to receive, if you haven't already, some unexpected blessings. Okay, it's like this, which is going to restore your hope, perhaps after some sort of despair. It's because I just feel like I've been waiting for something, and it's almost like at this point when this shift happens, when this it's almost like a miracle. Yes, and you're definitely protected from all sorts of, like, hidden enemies and all of that. There's grace at play here. There's humility, especially through certain very favored connections. There is also divine timing at play. That is why if you are sad about something that didn't happen, it's about to happen. It's almost like, it's like something was veiled, and right now you're about to find out why it didn't happen when you wanted it to happen, and now when it's happening, it's like you're prepared for it. You're more receptive to it, you're more aligned to that energy. Of course it's going to be different for everybody, but it is sort of an investment. Like you have invested a lot of energy, time into this thing, and you wanted it to grow into something fruitful, and now is the time when it's happening. I also feel like mm, with Uriel being the energy of as to why there's this energy of why, because there's illumination at play here with him being here. This is a very uh, positive sort of tower card here, because it's represented by an angel, and it's like there's a there's also some prophetic nature to it. It's almost like if somebody told you something, let's say, yes, you're on a tarot channel, if someone told you this is what's about to happen, something good, I'm talking about positive uh, results, outcomes to something you're already invested in, then that is about to happen. But it's happening in such a time when you were sort of like on the low, I would say, or maybe not expecting anything, maybe forgotten also about this particular manifestation or whatever it is. So it's like, there's definitely breakthroughs when it comes to a particular strategy at play, some sort of learning, and there's guidance around you. Very, very harmonious energy. Mm. Just also like if you want to, uh, I don't know, go after academic pursuits, or you want more clarity when it comes to certain things, I believe around this time you'll be able to navigate it. Any crisis, you'll be able to navigate it very, very easily. It's almost like this divine presence around you. There's this chariot moving. You're in this chariot, and it's like the path is very clear, and the blockages are being removed to this restoration at play here, basically. And Gabriel being here is also this energy of revelation. The blessing here is that of revelation. There is this blessing of communication, divine messages coming in. uh, there's this like, pay attention to your dreams. With him being here, a lot is being revealed to you in your dreams about this particular energy where you have made certain investments and you've been waiting for something to kick off. You are receiving messages in your dreams. There are omens around you. You're getting intuitive downloads, also through music. I would say Gabriel is like always singing or something, right? Hmm. And definitely healing misunderstandings, which we saw in your dark reading also. I mean, it's all, there's an assistance, there's a lot of assistance around you, I would say. And there's definitely divine protection and also community harmony around you. If there were people who were sort of creating issues, they're going to back off, because I don't know, it's almost like around this time they cannot, even if they, like, say stuff behind your back or something. It's like uh, there's instant karma or something at play, which is sort of scaring them. Yeah, scaring the who. So yeah, totally. It's like, there's safety here. You can totally trust the community around you that you are building, and the people you're interacting with. There is something about like this guardianship at play here. Your divine protection around you, obviously, because this all comes through that work that you have done with your own shadow, because you've sat in that darkness, and you're very attuned to other people's shadows too. So again, there is this divine protection is also your own wisdom. So never underestimate that. But of course, there's somebody around you who is kind of fiery and very, very protective of you. So I see that as well. And your ideas, your endeavors, your physical health, all of that is protected here. So yes, there is a lot of support here, and many happy surprises coming in, again, in divine timing. But it's like when it happens, it will blow your mind. a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, so let's get some tea leaves and see what is all this about. Spirit shows. Pay attention to your work. Yes, again, the feathers here, the quilts. Did I mention that breakthrough in writing? Yeah, so if there was there was something like if you're dealing with writer's block or something, writing is coming in very strongly. Maybe some of you, you're writers or you're trying your luck, but I just feel like, again, it could be any work, you know. So if there was like loss of interest or you're not motivated enough, all of that, I do see that coming back. So creative impulse coming back. Okay, let's see why. It's also this energy of do not give up, you know. Do not give up just now. Okay, the same. Use these. Man, see, I told you. Dealings or relationship with a man, because like there is this support coming in, and it is through a person, because I told you it feels like it's a person, somebody coming in, or somebody's already there helping you. They are God sent. If you feel that, that is true. Somebody in your life is God sent. Lightning. Tower, lightning, God sent. Control your anger or you will be sorry. This is showing up in your blessings. And again, I get this is regarding the people, you know, this five of swords type of people. I just feel like instant karma. Did I say something about that? It's connected to that. It's like it's a blessing because maybe you were sort of affected by other people's opinions and behaviors and what they bring to the table and all of that. And right now, the path is being made clear for you, because with lightning, yes, it is about elimination, it is about, you know, awakening, but more than that, it is also connected to the storm, and the storm clearing is very much required for uh, like a good harvest, you know, with the Seven of Pentacles being here. So it's almost like, you know, the trash is taking itself out here, and that is a blessing here. And again, with lightning, there is this divine energy at play. I mean, do not second guess it. I also want to pull another one because we have two here, so let's see. Tell us more about this blessing. Also, I just feel like if you did show your anger to someone, yes, someone's I'm telling you, there's, you know, because we have this energy of divine intervention, divine protection, and all of this, and somebody literally being sent to you, God sent to you, is because, you know, you're being liberated from some sort of trap which was someone else's doing. So, you know, I just feel like it's like a very, some of you, I also feel like, you know, you're sort of caught up right now, but you're about to be free and, yeah, liberated from whatever this is, which is like kind of keeping you a little bit held back. But all of that is shifting here with the moon, you know. Yes, and the tower right next to each other, because this is elimination. This is like things will be made so clear to you. You will just like, mm, you'll never be able to unsee it, especially with lightning, you know. And also because you'll move on to the better, and there is a lot that is happening which is going to be so much better than what you have known and all of that. Yeah, especially with this energy being your overall energy, is that the courage is also coming back. You will have the courage, you'll have the, yeah, you'll be walking away from all of that which is holding you back. So that's all I see. I hope this helps. See you in the next one. Take care. Hello, group 2. You chose Amon Ra, the hidden one, the king of all gods, father of Shu Tefnut. Shu was group 1. So you have all the skills to obtain what you want right now, be it intellectual or any practical skills to skills for achieving your objectives, basically. So manifestation is definitely heightened, and this also indicates a very, very flourishing period for you. So let's see what the dark ones have to tell you right now. Messages from the demons for group 2. Messages from the dark ones for group 2. Okay, let's cut the deck. King of Wands, Asmodeus. Four of Swords. And how is this a blessing? Eight of Wands. And he is here. Ace of Swords. C3. Okay. So before I tell you what I see, I want to get some tea leaves for you. Quick. Owl. Good advice from a wise person. Rat. Someone working against you behind your back. Why? And then you get owl. And don't they hunt rats? I think they do. Okay, and finally, how is all this a blessing? Quick blessing. Excitement. The hunt is exciting. I just feel like this energy is that awful. How do I tell you? Asmodeus is basically three-headed here, head of a man, a bull, and a ram. What does that tell you? That's a very, very powerful energy, right? Taurus, Aries. And he's basically riding a dragon. So what I'm going to tell you here is from the dark side. Some of you watching this, you could have this tendency for vengeance. The rightful sword, hopefully, with the owl being there, because the owl is wise, is very aware of the cosmic laws. But again, Asmodeus is the king of wands. He has mastered that element of fire, which is showing up in the blessing as the firecracker. So yeah, maybe you have realized your own power and how far you can go. And if somebody brings war to your doorstep, you can literally take it all the way into the house. Yeah. Something like that. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, somebody's definitely like testing you, and you're well aware. And I feel like you're holding back. You're just like, minding your business, even though you can see right through the drama and all of that. And I think that is a wise thing to do here. It's almost like again, self-mastery is at play here. And there's this clarity of understanding as to, and maybe you have communicated also And I think just talking and just letting the person, whoever is messing with you, letting them know in a very subtle way that you're aware is just going to make all the difference. You don't have to lift a finger. That's the message here from the dark ones. You know, you literally just like, I don't know, give them a knowing nod. Even that is enough. And if you don't feel like, you don't even have to do that. But it's almost like uh, the energies around you and your own intuition has snitched about this snitch who will probably need stitches after facing the firecracker here. And all of this backhanded behavior is quite exciting to you because it just makes you wonder as to hmm the gall some people have, you know. And just, I don't know, it makes things interesting, I would say, because you're not afraid here. I'm not seeing any fear here. Rather, it's almost like in a very, very difficult or like chaotic situation, you are the most peaceful one, is that energy. And some people can find it a bit like, how do you manage? How can you be so calm? Or why aren't you freaking out and all of that? But I don't need to freak out because you are the dragon rider and you have slayed bigger demons, I would say. When I say demon, I don't mean any weird, dogmatic stuff. I just mean your own darkness. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here. So, let's see how is all this a blessing here because, again, with C3 being here again, he was very much present in group one. Um, it's almost like there's some sort of like psychological exposure, like also at play here, where power dynamics are a big part of the situation. Maybe somebody is trying to guilt trip the other person or trying to be like, I know your secret and I'm gonna do that, yeah, snitch, something like that. And you're like, go ahead, do it, do it, do it. That sort of energy, yeah. Hmm. But yeah, let's look at how is all this blessing because it appears to me that there's this understanding of fate versus destiny through cosmic patterns. Like you're gaining some sort of recognition through your wits, your mind, your wisdom, your even cunning. I would say with the owl being there, it's the cunning which is like there. Some things, and some people don't think you do something like that. Like it's just almost like a psychic power that is at play. Hmm. 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 Yeah, there's something about you. You can almost like you're not what do you say, dependent on the I'm hearing the three sisters, so could be fate, not dependent. Yeah, three sisters, three headed. You're not dependent on time also in some ways, as well as fate. It's like you're creating your own reality. You are behind the wheels, wheels. I almost said like whales, whales. And you want to hear somebody wail. Hmm. I don't know where this reading is going. Hmm. But you're definitely reclaiming power from some sort of like past struggle. And yes, a lot of fiery energy here, But I don't know, it's almost like there is like a quid pro quo, yeah, quid pro quo. Maybe you're enjoying that with somebody, and this somebody could be like a secret hater or something. But even then, you don't mind. You're like, okay, this is what you bring to the table. I'm gonna make the most of it, and then we're gonna go our separate ways, something like that. Very strat. Yeah, well, why am I not able to say it? Strategic, but I'm still not able to say it. Yeah, you're good at forming strategies. Mm, Maybe you were not, that is why. Now you are. Just be mindful of any sort of hubris, because yeah, the power that I'm seeing here, especially with Amandra, because you have that creative impulse. It's almost like the kind of knowledge that you have. It's very important to have your integrity in place. Mm. Yes. Okay, I think that's all. That's all I see here, and I feel like you're enjoying this time quite a lot. But I'm being guided to also clarify firecracker. Tell us more. Broken ring, as well as scales. See, keep your life in balance. Parting of the ways. Yes, like I just feel like this rat energy. You just know it's not trustworthy and all of that, so you are parting away, but again in a very balanced way. That is why we have firecracker there, because it's like, yeah, the I'm just getting that Libra Leo energy where there's a sextile, so it's harmony there, it's peace and love there, even if it isn't something like that, even if things are shady, but it's like you keep it moving in a much, I don't know, balanced way. Yeah, so it's like there's mm, nobody's imploding, I'm hearing. Yeah, everyone has matured, that sort of energy. Anyway, so that's all I see. Let's get messages from the light side, the angels. And remember, these are parts of your mind, your psyche, that we are tapping into. But if you believe these are entities, then yeah, believe that. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's see messages from the angels for group 2. What do they have to say? What do they have to tell you right now? Chariot. Michael. Four of Wands. Wheel of Fortune as a blessing. Beautiful. Overall energy. Seven of Swords. I'm telling you. You are in charge of the wheel. It's like there's something about that. Not being controlled by the fate, fates, the three fates. Also not being controlled by what has happened. There's something about that. I want to get tea leaves for you first, and then I'll tell you what I see. That was so quick. Look at that good fortune with the chariot. Wow. Four of Wands. Why? Time to get out of a situation. Yeah, I'm getting that energy. It's actually a blessing to let certain things go. Let's look at your blessings. Quickly, we got that. Why is it showing up? Lessons to be learned, period of frustration. Hmm. It's almost like you're finding a funnel. Yes, there's a funnel move here with the Wheel of Fortune because basically this card is showing you blessing. Can we clarify it? Yeah, temporary situation, yes. I just feel like, it's a very quick moving energy, but there's a bit of like veil here, like it's almost deceptive, but not so deceptive. It's almost like your own manifestation is hidden here, and it has something to do with the moon cycles. And, yeah, maybe again, like I feel like if you expect something to happen at a particular time, it's just gonna take a while and happen in the best time, which is more suitable to you and your needs. That's the energy that I'm getting, but the wheel is definitely turning in your favor here, especially with the chariot and good fortune showing up. I just feel like amazing things are happening for you. So let me sit with this energy for a while. So with Michael and good fortune being here, I just feel like, there is definite defense against all kind of negativity that was perhaps affecting you, mentally or in any other way, be it like health wise as well. I just see recovery here with Raphael being here because this temporary situation and like this period of frustration and all of that, this could be connected to mental health as well, but also which perhaps like affected you in other ways. But I see that's where the recovery is, especially with Four of Wands, as to why, you know I just feel like how to explain this. Okay, it's like when you feel like you're being spiritually attacked or something like that, you sort of like want to defend yourself. Yeah, yes, all of that is true here, but there is something about your energy around this time where you are understanding something as to, like, why a situation is unfolding. There's a sudden clarity about a situation or like a spiritual truth to it, which is like there is a deeper meaning to the things unfolding in your life right now. Like you're finding meaning in the crisis, in the confusion that is at play here, and also perhaps frustration. But you're basically channeling divine wisdom here, and yeah, is this is a preparation for some sort of like a breakthrough that is coming in really quickly. Yes, and this could also be some of you could be going through like a spiritual test of a sort. Yeah, but of course with Michael and Mahasaya being here, there is divine protection here. There is liberation from any perceived attack or oppression that was perhaps at play. It's like, it, I'm just getting this energy. It's over, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like that karmic energy is done. It was temporary because it needed balancing, and you are out of this particular energy, this situation, or whatever it was. Pay attention to your dreams. Did I tell this group? I think it was you, right? You need to pay attention to your dreams. You're receiving prophetic insights for sure around this time. There are secrets being revealed to you. Things guiding your path. Pay attention to the things, messages. Yes. And I also feel like the blessing here is the recovery from any sort of illness, be it mental, physical, or any sort of trauma, grief, all of that. It's like, and especially it's going to be very sudden, like a sudden relief out of nowhere. There is definitely protection during travel here. Hmm. Or any sort of big transition like work related or relocation, something like that, especially with the tent. Yeah, some of you could be moving house. Yeah. Yes. And if there's any health related issue with Raphael being here, it's like you're finding the right remedy, you know. Yes, because he has the caduceus, right? And as well as like the traveler's cloak. Safe travel here for sure. That is the blessing here. And if you're really going through a ringer or whatever, just believe in your good fortune and believe in the protection of our Archangel Michael around you. Yeah, especially the chariot. And there's something about your subconscious, it cannot turn against you, not anymore. That's what I'm hearing. So certain old patterns, you're afraid that it's going to repeat, it's not going to repeat. You're fine. Okay, you've come really far, especially with Amon Ra being there. It's like believe in your good luck, believe in your good fortune, because again, you do believe in this concept of creating our own reality. You're not entangled with the fates. And sometimes when we detach from fate, the fates do not like it, and they tend to sort of like create a little bit of chaos, just to reel you back in. But I feel like you won't be, especially with Amon Ra being there, and your cards are really, really wonderful. So that's what is happening here with there is victory, and there is an end to a particular struggle. Okay, maybe three I'm hearing. No, they're saying four struggles coming to an end here. And this process has made you well aware of the this and the that, the black and the white, the good and the bad, duality basically. So that's all I see. I hope this helps see in the best. Why did I say? I was about to say see you in the best one. See you in the next one. Hello, group 3. You chose the god who, and a tea leaf fell for you. Beware of greed. And who is the god of eternity, almost like, oh, very strong energy. Exploration, like there's this almost like, yeah, that greed for exploration, lust for exploration. Aiming for timelessness, moving beyond time. I'm getting that. Let's see what the dark ones have to say to you. Messages for group 3. Three of Pentacles. Lucifer. Aim. How's it? This is showing up in your blessings. Overall energy. 4 of Cups. Let's get some tea leaves. Okay, you've got happiness. He looks very happy. And candle, you will be shown the way, especially with the sun being here. Of course, the light bringer. Of course, beautiful. Why? The door. Opportunities are waiting for you. The door will be opened. He's the doorkeeper, isn't he? He's a gatekeeper. And let's see, let's look at your blessing. Goldfish. Increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Interesting. Very interesting. Very different reading. I'm also being called to pull a tea leaf from this pile for this. Yeah, that was quick. Pay attention to your work. Okay. So I feel like with Orobas and Candle being here, which is basically saying you will be shown the way, it's like you will be shown the way as to what brings you true happiness. So there is this self-deception of a sort coming to an end. Things that you thought made you happy, you figured lately that perhaps it's not doing much. So you're about to find what truly makes you happy. And if you thought that nothing will ever make you happy, do not believe that. It's just let that thought pass, because there are things which are yet to happen, which will happen, which will make you very, very happy. Okay, so if you're worried about your happiness, don't be, because all that is needed here is some facing your own truth, I would say, with the Robas being here, because he, well, is very much about unmasking lies, any yeah, lies, hypocrisy, or any hidden agendas in others, but more so in yourself. He is one of the safest goetic entity to work with, because he basically deals with integrity, truth, and he's right next to Lucifer here, which is again the similar sort of archetype. He's the light bringer, he's the light bearer. So there is this energy of truth and rising above self delusions, uh, narcissistic tendencies, all of that in our own self first and foremost. It's very easy to point a finger at someone else and call them a narcissist nowadays, because yeah, they are the bad guy and you are the good one because you are at the receiving end of the abuse. No. How is that liberation? How is that any good to anybody? No, it's not. And this sort of energy is very prominent lately, especially I believe in the tarot community, where a lot of people talk a lot of crap about narcissism and as well as attachment theory nowadays. Yeah, you know and it's like it's just a trap. It's just a trap. So the trap door I'm hearing, you're being let out of the trapdoor of some sort. Okay, so there's a total transformation happening here, especially with death being right next to Five of Cups, because that is again a very scorpionic card, and Amy is also connected to the number 23, right? And 23 is 5 again, which is change, and 5 of Cups is 5. Change in definitely your spiritual body, but also I would say materially. Shifts, changes happening left, right, and center, because you're being asked to focus on your work. So I believe I did not pull a card for anybody else for the overall energy, but I did for you. So I believe it's happening in both the realm, spiritual as well as wealth wise. Okay, opportunities are coming in for sure, and Lucifer is definitely a force of liberation. I mean, don't let anyone else tell you that he isn't, very much so, because it's an archetype, and uh, yes, in balance, it is the source of enlightenment. There is, I truly believe, there is no light without darkness. You have to go into the, you have to stare into that abyss that Nietzsche talks about, and you have to allow the abyss to stare back. And then if you're still standing, you've got it. Nothing can put you down. That's what I believe. Also, earlier we pulled that pig card, and now this door is also reminding me of a snot of a pig, which is again reminding me of Pleiadian energy. Some of you could be undergoing Pleiadian activation. That is like a very weird message coming in, but it is coming in, and of course, it is right on top of the Lucifer card. So, yes, be mindful of self delusions, I would say, when you're working with this energy. And if even if unconsciously this energy is present, you have to be mindful of pride here. Yes, but there is definitely some sort of liberation, especially from old structures, dying structures, dogma of some sort or the other. You're definitely rejecting oppressive systems of some sort, be it religious, social, or psychological, or any other. There is this pursuit of truth at any cost. And with Luciferian energy, there is this enlightenment at play, yes, but the enlightenment is happening through uh, a slow process, which is mostly connected to shadow integration. And again, the mingling, the balancing, the integration of the light and the dark, like, two opposites coming together. The left hemisphere, the right hemisphere, it's like working in tandem, and there is this unity at play, which again, it makes you a wholesome person, something like that, so where you get out of self-destructive tendencies, with Amy being here, because yeah, that's what I feel like, self-destruction is coming to an end in one way or the other. Yes, that's what I see here. Hmm. You're burning whatever is not serving you anymore, but you're doing it in a very controlled way. The fire is controlled. You're only trusting verified truths, and you truly believe that loyalty must be earned. It shouldn't be assumed. Maybe you dealt with somebody who kind of like put you through that ringer, maybe tried to sort of like, snuff your happiness. But I feel like, again, you're taking responsibility for your own role. And yes, you will be happy again. You perhaps unknowingly gave away that sort of power to somebody else, that, yeah, my happiness, my one true this and that is gone with that person or whatever, with that opportunity or with that connection or with that project or with that business, whatever it is for you, But that is not the truth. That's what you're finding out. There's more to life and all of that. And yeah, life is light. Light is coming back. That's what I'm getting here. So yeah, that's your message. I hope this helps. And one more thing with Shax here, I didn't talk about him yet. Hmm. I just feel like you are through this process or whatever this was for you. This enlightenment is teaching you to like look beyond the surface. It's teaching you to sort of like question appearances, and recover what was taken away from you, especially if it is connected to tangible stuff, work related or whatever, So, yeah, there's a recovery here, and maybe it's like you're a bit disenchanted, but yeah, it is going to make you happy, and it is bringing in this light. Yeah, light is coming back on. Okay, anything that was stolen from you is being retrieved. That is something I can tell you. Any malice, deceit that was at play, all of that, if you're freeing yourself from it, because you're totally facing your own, maybe somewhat repressed desire for autonomy here. You're taking back control of your own life. So yes, liberation is here, but not at the cost of self-destruction. And your idea of liberation is changing too. Yeah, because these doors are opening in your psyche, in your mind, in your conscious, unconscious, subconscious mind. Hmm. What else am I seeing here? Yes, you're not going to choose ignorance here anymore, Again, there's accountability on your part. You allowed something to go on a little too long, something like that, but like you're exploring life in a better way. You're choosing to do it, you're choosing to do the work. And it's making all the difference here. So yes, there is this level of shadow work at play here, and it is definitely life changing with Death and Five of Cups being here. And I feel like 1111 portal is going to be a very significant one for you, almost like you could like prepare for some sort of like a quantum leap. Yep, that's all I see. I hope this helps. No, what am I saying? Angelic messages for you. Yeah, let's get into the angelic side. So about to wrap up, but yeah. Hello, group three. Let's get into the light messages. Messages from the angels from a lovely group three. Huh. who, who, who. Exploration. Who. Hmm. Duh. What? Okay, let's see what's happening, why it's happening, and how is all that a blessing for you? This is for group three. What's happening? Page of Swords. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Seven of Cups and Knight of Swords. Overall energy, Ten of Pentacles. You did see the goldfish in your earlier reading. I want to get some tea leaf for you. Tea leaves for you. Hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. With Page of Swords. It's almost like, lying in a hammock with a book. Yeah, that's the imagery that I'm getting. Why? Hat, you will be playing a different role. Yeah, that's the energy that I got. Like you were in this, you're being asked to sort of like, give time to yourself. Like there's a need to just be and do what it is that you feel like doing in the moment. That is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, that was always a blessing. Seahorse, family matters. Clarify, seahorse. Peacock. Beware of great pride. Crazy. Because, like, if you saw the dark part of the message, I told you that's the one thing you need to be mindful of. And definitely good things are happening here for sure. For sure. I truly believe some sort of self deception is coming to light, and you're just totally getting rid of it and healing from it and moving on from it once for all. Yeah, that's the energy that I'm getting here. And also, I'm also getting like, there's this again, this integration happening within you, but there's also you embracing worthiness. You're releasing some sort of self judgment. Yes, and that is why, the energy of accountability showed up earlier. It's almost like you are reaching that point of healing where clarity is coming in, and also you're understanding that you are protected from any prospective sort of deception, especially similar sort of deception or something like that, because now you have enough guidance, enough wisdom, enough experience, I would say. And yes, you're definitely facing any sort of self deception or other people's manipulation that you're at on the receiving end of something like that. You're definitely mm, you know, protected here, and you feel like that. Perhaps after a while, after a long time, something like that. You're making like important decisions here. You're being asked to face your own. I'm hearing the things that you've been lying to yourself about. That is what you are shifting here, you're changing it. You're changing the narrative. You are not, mm, yes, you're not lying to yourself anymore. It's not so much about the other person or other energy, it's about you, you know. And let's see how is all this a blessing. I feel like the blessing here is, and because there is a psychic awakening at play here, there is some sort of like decoding happening at the subconscious level. You're receiving inner guidance. It's almost like innate psychic mm, energy at play, which is like creating these tiny shifts. Mm. And again, like, the secrets are being revealed to you in very, very different ways, which could be sort of like, mm, mm, making you a little bit defensive, but at the same time, you're not doing that. You are facing the truth, you are facing it. Maybe it's a bit difficult, I would say, but you're like, after this, you will be in a better place once you're done with this sort of energy. That's what I'm getting. There's knowledge of that, Hmm. It could be connected to family also, this very energy, because I'm seeing family matters, and then I'm seeing Ten of Pentacles as the overall energy here. Hmm. There is definite alchemical transformation at play here. That's what I'm saying, because you're freeing yourself from some sort of like toxic cycle, which was perhaps addictive, and especially from familial karmic patterns of, because I'm seeing the seahorse here, and for some reason it's reminding me of the father seahorse, how he takes on the role of a mother, like perhaps the dad is more emotional. Mm, that is coming to mind. Yeah, seahorse daddies are really cool. They can also carry the babies, and they also give birth to babies. Mm, very nurturing. But it could also be lack of that. But in this case, I feel like, yeah, maybe there are mother woundings here. Mm. But the focus is on that issues. Oh, somebody needs to hear that. You think, if you think you have that issues, no, your mommy issues are bigger. Mm. Okay, what else am I seeing here? But yes, there is definitely like what we saw in your earlier message, that there is a total transformation of your former self. Like there is that energy of enlightenment, awakening at play here. You're definitely waking up to a new reality. There is a definite shift in your vibration and your frequency for sure. That is why, if your body wants to rest, you do that. Okay, if you want to research, if you want to learn about new things, if you want to, I don't know, pick up some course, do this, do that, do that. Okay, it's all good, it's all good, but you are going to learn a lot. You will be on this new journey, and when you get far ahead on it, all you need to be mindful of is spiritual delusion and superiority of any sort. Okay, because that's not what it's about. I don't know why that message is coming in so strongly, but it is. Why? Tell us why. So many messages. Look. Okay. Hmm. Okay. You just don't need to prove anything to anyone. Okay. Just know that you could have a little bit of like people pleasing tendencies. Change is definitely here, and it says, if you want to achieve your goals, you need to increase your efforts and discord among friends or family. Again, family, marriage, all of that. Like I don't know what's exactly going on. Wasn't it your group where we saw the rat? I'm not so sure. There was one group. But yes, I'm a bit spacey in this reading, and I just feel like you are afraid of judgment of other people and all of that, and through this awakening you will be free of that. If you think you're free, I don't think so. You will be though. And yes, keep doing the work and rest. I feel like you will have a lot to be thankful for, be happy for, and it's going to get better. And again, I'm seeing 1111 portal. So November is the Scorpio season. We did see a lot of Scorpio energy in your dark reading, which was actually very beautiful. So I think you got this, and whatever is leaving your life right now is for good. It's for good, and nothing is set in stone right now. It's just that focus on the shifts, the changes that are happening for you. It's all happening in your favor. Okay, that's all I see. I hope this helps you in the next one. Take care.